What's up, everybody? Welcome to the outdoors in the great Northwest. Today we're going to be continuing a very popular video, which is our oat milk taste test. Now, in our last one that we posted to this channel, we didn't include all of the oat milks on the market. We got some criticism for that, but also more importantly, there have been a number of new products that have entered the market space since then, namely Califia Farms, Califia Barista Blend. We didn't include the Elmhurst in the last one, and we also didn't include the Oatly Barista Blend. And we got some criticism because the one we taste tested in the first video was the extra creamy edition of the Planet Oat, so we won't be making that mistake again. Now, we took the top two contenders from the first video, which is Oatly, the original, and Silk's newly released as of 2019, Oat Yeah. Those were the top two, and between a side-by-side comparison, we selected the Oat Yeah in the first video, but I think the formulas may have changed just a little bit since then. So we're gonna do a brand new taste test with all these products and pick a final winner. It's now mid-August 2019, so we're gonna pick who is leading the market in terms of the taste test right now. I'll start with the original from Sweden. Now it looks a little greener than the rest of these, just looking at the colors. What do you think of my 24 karat glasses? Let's try this out. Am I in focus? Very typical, standard Oatly. Some would say the original oat milk, at least mass-produced one. Delicious as always, a staple. It is cleaner than the oat milk, or excuse me, the Oat Yeah. It doesn't have as many gums in it, or any gums at all. But my criticism of this milk has always been that it tastes too much like cow's milk for my liking. So down here, we're gonna try the Oatly Barista Blend. Now this is the one that they use in the coffee shops primarily to make, you know, your lattes or your cappuccinos. This is the one that has all the moms on Facebook all excited. It's much, much darker than the original Oatly. It's more brown. I'm not really sure why that is. It's much more runny, not as viscous. And the flavor is very different as well. I don't think it's meant to be drank standalone like this. It's meant to be mixed into a bunch of different beverages. Okay, this one's got me excited. This was a lifelong dairy farmer. Oh, what's his name? Oh, it's not on here. Oh yeah, Henry Schwartz. He had like a 90-year-old dairy farm, and he decided, you know what, we're only gonna make plant-based milks going forward. Put a major target on the back of his head in the dairy industry, I'm sure. This one looks quite a bit runnier, not quite as viscous. This is a very wholesome product. There are no gums in here. They extract the nutrition from the oat or the plant. They do a bunch of different milks using pressurized water. And this one tastes radically different from the others. Definitely sweeter, more like water. Not getting a whole lot of texture with this one. There's not a lot of oat essence. Okay, this is one I'm really excited to try. Some of our first plant-based milks we tried from Califia Farms. And these guys have got their act together. I'm not a real big fan of this package. It is a giant petroleum-based plastic bottle compared to, say, this one, which is recyclable, compostable probably, carton. And one thing you'll notice right away with the Califia products is that you can actually see oat in here. So it looks very much like the original leche de avena, the original oat milk, which is very much got the grain in there. And I'll say this tastes very much like the original oat milk, way different from Oatly. Bland, really bland.
Unsweetened.
Yeah, I think they need to work out this formula some more. I know this just came out a couple months ago. Doesn't feel like milk at all, I'm afraid. Okay, let's try out their Barista blend. Formulated specifically for baristas, which we are not, which means it's probably not meant to be drank standalone like this. It's much thicker than the standard, more flavorful too. Definitely prefer this as a standalone beverage to the original Califia Farms, or just the standard unsweetened. Texture is much more interesting, not like water. Okay, get out of my way. So let's try the original Planet Oat instead of the extra creamy. I ranked this one pretty high in the first video, but it got docked because it was too creamy. There was too many gums in it. So I was actually judging the extra creamy in the first one. And this one is notably a very different color. It's almost green compared to the others, which is a little bit uncharacteristic of oat. Full transparency, I have tried this one before. And it is a very satisfying flavor. Just the right viscosity for my taste. It's good. I don't understand why it's green though. And lastly, we'll try the winner from the first taste test video. Silk's Oat Yeah came out earlier this year. And compared to the Oatly, which is probably the most popular or second most popular oat milk where I live in the United States, it is less natural. It's less wholesome. It has gums in it, which a lot of people have a problem with. They're plant-based. Technically, they're natural. But, you know, quite a bit of processing goes into extracting these gums and adding them to the milk. All right, we'll do another round of testing and then we'll come to a decision. Gotta come to a decision here. These are all quite different. I gotta say, it feels like Silk has changed the Oat Yeah formula since the last video, which we shot a few months back. And there's a lot of ingredients in here that I'm not happy to see. You know, it's not very wholesome. Pleasantly surprised by the Planet Oat in recent months. Probably one of the less popular, less common oat milks on the market, but very strong contender. I'm not a fan of the Califia Farms. This is probably the newest formula on the table, and it's too runny for me, and it tastes really bland. I would say that the Barista blend is slightly more flavorful and a better texture, less runny. I really like this one. And of course, Oatly, always a strong contender. It's very fresh, refreshing. I'm gonna have to do one final taste test between my favorites. Well, it's worth noting that each of these milks is better for different things. Like you might want a different milk for cereal, or just one different for drinking straight up, different one for mixing drinks. But I'll just be basing this off of the most pleasant one to drink as a standalone beverage. And I've made my decision. I'd like to try the Elmhurst without any sugar in it, because when they sweeten it, it kind of takes away from the oat flavor. But between these on the table, if I had to drink any of them standalone, I think it would be this one. The Barista blend Oatly, which is a bit unusual because it's not meant for just drinking straight up, right? You're meant to mix it into drinks. So, I don't know, I can't
Maybe what we could do is buy a milk frother and then taste it that way, like make a hot chocolate or a matcha latte.
A milk frother.
Yeah, to froth up the milk to make it frothy.
Froth it. At any rate, just straight up, Q3 2019, trying all the latest oat milks on the market. This is the most refreshing beverage for me, most satisfying, best texture, best flavor. As a standalone beverage, it's the Oatly Barista Edition. Sorry, Oat, yeah, but I wasn't feeling it today. Seemed like the formula was a little off. Been adding too many ingredients. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you want to help to fund future videos like this, taste test videos of a general nature, I've got some ideas. It helps if you guys subscribe to us on Patreon, patreon.com/protovegan, so you can help to fund all the expenditures like these 24 karat gold glasses here. Just kidding, we're not going to spend money on that. But we will spend money on trying the latest vegan products in the market and see which ones are the best, so you don't waste your time and your money trying out all the garbage. Just kidding. You only want the best stuff. So that's why we're doing this. Thanks for watching. Give us a thumb, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace out. Here we are. The Puget Sound. Just a crane, he's been chilling there this whole time. Just hanging out, watching us film.
He wants to be a part of the vegan taste test video.
He's peaceful.
He's just mad chilling, living his best life.
We like him peaceful on this channel.
Subscribe to see more cranes.
Yeah, long live the cranes.
Oh, show the golden eagle.
That's not a golden eagle. It's gonna be hard to film him. There's some kind of seabird, but he's in the eagle's territory, so you best be careful.